Hello, this is BVI Channel 1, and I still remain as Suchinod Peters here at the venue of the meeting of the customary government of indigenous people of Biafra. Principal officers from different states have gathered to discuss important issues that concern the agitation for self-determination by the indigenous people of Biafra, as headed by the Supreme Council of Elders. At the meeting, a lot of things is being tabled, down to the Python dance, the effect of the proscription on the turnout of Biafran activities within and around Biafran territory. And also, one of the most important issues that is being tabled down here is the report being given by the Deputy Chairman of the Supreme Council of Elders, Dr. Dozie Ikedife, on the account of their visit to United Nations, and as well their address and petition to the American Congress, as read by Ndubisi Vincent and Enugu. BVI Channel 1 is right here to bring you highlights from this meeting. So you stay tuned, stay connected while I bring you the highlights from this meeting, and I'll be right back.
Or every Sunday, the blue flag in no election. On yet to vote on Abu Guausa. Vote and die. I want to have a time now, and I'm warning about you now when you fuel or when you chat a motor, near flag, and ask no, Navaji, when I say Biafrans come out and vote for the rightful person. Oyega buying with Obayana government, or Malan and the Biafra Nekuku, or Volotani Kengano, or Boy Kenga, Keduka is Meniva. Call where them, Keka is Meniva. The Catalan made referendum, or regional government if I call for referendum. Or the Spanish government in Madrid, or Vanganya for referendum. Vajakava, Senavaya made referendum on the date. Mbosia 7, the security in the Spanish security. Na kuva block, na kuva ukute, na tuva bedi. But megini, I'm a referendum. Nobody gives you referendum by dash. Before you organize referendum, you need to go down on the ground structures that will run and implement the referendum. The referendum is like an election. Catalonia started with the regional, even now apply Biafran region, and Biafran regional government, Eastern region. We'll work it out. Okay, Kalayama. Mananda na Joku Bia Megan in Malona, Arab Lion, or Ganyala can move. Awake Bicha, oh yeah, but state creation. State creation was done during the war. It was started during the war. The 1963 constitution was abolished, put on hold. A well decree, which when a Kelicha state, ne Kenyon went to solve, and a local government, ne young went to solve. That in a Kano state could have 44 local governments. One state, and we look at more than 3 states in the southeast.
And my son, no. Because the annual Marqua, the administrator neighbor, man, my son, president. No Conwadike, Kalo Bibiava. Then in a check is if it's Ghana, Izukanabamo, Izukitogalaga. Only Yasinya Biasim back to Jelguru. Na no one goes to Delia. And what do Yango when in Abia? Come on now, man, no one the Yabo. As if I be a bubble piece in Mabra will be a fan of fire Abia. It was in do for the Nobi. Another thing Kumaka Biafra. Ufonya Julukusi. Na simade kuzikona maka Biafra opono gotalia ne nkeso yesterday ama no fulia if I have ukuje bandi madu mem an statement of fact so na nti na mbo onye ọka I nwere right isi na ma bụrụ onye ọka nti na mbo onye TV I nwere right isi na ma bụrụ onye TV ona ma sị na mbo nwa Oduduwa I nwere right isi na ma bụrụ nwa Oduduwa ma Oduduwa mulozo Oduduwa ma mulozo Biafra ife ndị anọka ife digorunu tupu mmadụ ahụ ebu na ụzọ mụta dị ọkpara Biafra adịgo tupu amụta Nigeria. Ọrụ ịnọkata esikwazie na Biafra na ọ ya adịzi gị lụzọ Biafra lụzọ nna gị. Ọ bụ na eziokwu. O wutere na ndị mmadụ abịakọrọ mana nnenekwa afụkwa nkọwa dị anụ na ndị be anyị sị na nkwụcha abụrụ ụjọ eburu na-azụ ọbịa ọgụ mana ọ bụ onye arụ ezigbo onye Biafra ka ya asị forget Biafra ọkwe forget ya. Ọ bụrụ na ọ nwa Okeke mụgo asị gị lụzọ nwa Okeke ikwe o ịma na ọrụ nwa Okeke mụgo.
So we know you well, and we know you just finished with your section of the meeting of the customary government. Sir, there's one question that is bothering a lot of people out there. Though I am aware of it, but I want you to tell us categorically. IPOB under your leadership and IPOB under the leadership of Nnamdi Kanu, how can you marry these two?
We started Indigenous People of Biafra, an acronym IPOB, for a people that exist. And we were operating together, respecting the law of the land. We had a radio station called Voice of Biafra. Nnamdi Kanu was the director of that radio station. Down the line, he started using what we consider improper language. We cautioned him until the Nigerian government picked him up and took him to court and put him in prison custody, while his case was going on. He hadn't been convicted of anything, but he'd been charged. Then down the line, he was allowed bail. When he came out, he looked a little bit different. There was an attempt to compromise, to accept his apology, and to hope that he'll take advice. He gave indication he would. And that had not been breached, but that we are making every effort, if possible, to speak with one voice, because it will be more beneficial to all concerned.
Okay. IPOB has been proscribed. And if going by what you just said, IPOB under the leadership of Kanu, and yours they are two different.
Yes.
If I'm to go by what you said, it means you have no worry that IPOB was proscribed. But many of you are worried that IPOB under the leadership of Kanu is proscribed.
Who is worried? Did I look worried? Do you look worried? Does he look worried?
Can I add something here? I do not subscribe to what they regard as proscribing. You cannot proscribe a people. IPOB is indigenous people of Biafra. You cannot proscribe a race.
Are you saying that it's not an organization?
Listen, IPOB, the indigenous people of Biafra, is not an organization. What the federal government should specify what they mean. The IPOB, I know, the IPOB that represents the indigenous people of Biafra is not an organization and cannot be proscribed. You cannot proscribe a race. You cannot proscribe a people. You cannot proscribe a people that has existed for thousands and thousands of years. It's impossible. Can you proscribe Hausa people? Can you proscribe Yoruba people? How dare you say that you will proscribe Igbo people? If you say that you are proscribing the indigenous people of Biafra, you are saying invariably that you are proscribing Igbo people. It's an insult. I don't accept that.
So there should be specification.
They should be specific on what they mean. And then it will be clearer. You cannot declare an entire race as terrorist organization. Is Hausa people terrorist organization? Is all the Hausa people terrorists? Or is all the Yoruba people terrorists? How can you say that all the Igbo people are terrorists?
Okay, sir, talking about the IPOB, we heard that a case is upcoming by the indigenous people of Biafra versus the federal government. What can you say about that?
Yes, we on our own are operating within the law. We are not a group that disobeys the law. We insist that whatever you do, you must do within the law of wherever you are. Either in Nigeria, Biafra land, Ghana, Sierra Leone, Thailand, United States of America. Obey the law of the day. Now, we took Nigerian government to court for declaratory statements on what rights do we have. Do we have right to call ourselves Biafrans or not? And the word Biafra has come to mean more than just a group. It means an ethnic nationality that was there going back to the 15th century. Before the Portuguese explorers came this way, you cannot suddenly get up and say is dead or prescribe it.
Can I ask
Now,
you
let me finish. Now, if there is a wing of a group that is doing something that is not proper, you can say, stop this action. But you cannot say you're prescribing a people. It is misnomer, lack of proper understanding of the language, part of improper understanding of the constitution of the country. If I say that I'm okay, you cannot tell me you prescribe me, unless I do something irregular. If I say I'm okay, you cannot tell me I must be Okafo. It is my right to choose what I'm to be called. If I want to be called an Aztec, that's American Indian, you cannot tell me, no, you can't be an Aztec. It's my business, not yours. So, this person of prescription, you can say this action by this group. Don't forget, we've just coming out from a meeting. Did you see any policeman here? Are we afraid? Look at him wearing Biafran regalia. So, these things have limitation, and it requires the legal luminaries to clear the dust. There is a lot of ambiguity in the field, and it may confuse the ordinary man on the street.
So, talking about the unity, there is this view of many out there, talking about the Hausa and the Yoruba. They have the view that the Igbos are not united in pursuing this cause.
Excuse me, sir.
They have the view that
They can hold any view. I'm also of the view that you are not united, even in your news media house. Anybody can hold any view, good or bad. And you can always give a dog any bad name. And anybody who you want to run down, you will almost invariably find something to tag or put on the neck of that person in order to hang that person. Did we see Igbo people fighting Igbo people? Have you heard of it? Igbo intertribal or town was ended in 17th century, not anymore. So talk of unity, and do you want us to be sleeping in one bed?
Or kissing ourselves.
Or kissing ourselves?
on the issue of Biafra.
Now, no, before, please, let's be clear that on the question of Biafra, there is no one single thing you will raise under the sun where there are 10 people and you expect them to have one view. An old friend of mine used to say when I was in politics, we were discussing one day, he suddenly got up and shook his head and said, many men, many mentality. That is, if there are many people, they have different points of view. Yes. But that doesn't mean that there is disagreement. You see, the Igbo man is very Republican.
That's right.
They like to discuss, argue, Georgia, but not war. And otherwise, it becomes dictatorial. It becomes autocratic. It becomes an imposition. It becomes mental slavery. And we abhor mental slavery. Let me tell you one thing. In 17-something, Igbo people were taken to America as slaves. And they objected so much that they elected to drown themselves together, holding hands in St. Simon's Creek, St. Simon's at, what's the name of the creek? In St. Simon's Island in Georgia. Atlanta, in Georgia, United States of America. We went there to celebrate them for their courage, for their determination, and for their resolution to go together. Multiple determination of people to go together. Tell me another race has done that. The Igbos are together.
Well,
we heard that you're coming from a customary government meeting. What's the local standing of the customary government, or is it the
Local standing?
Oh yes, the constitutional provision of the customary government, and are you trying to do what the northern people did with the Sharia government? I want to understand that.
Sir, the customary government that we are running is empowered by the Constitution of Nigeria.
As far back as 2012, we established a legal case against Nigeria on the case of Biafra self-determination. And since that 2012, the Nigerian government has never done anything to show that it is aware that this case is in court. Even the Attorney General of the Federation that actually took a case against, unquote, IPOB to the court, and they got what you call an injunction, or whatever you call it, proscription order. The same Attorney General of the Federation has been sending a representative to Federal High Court or whatever to represent him and the federal government in court. Did he not know that our case is in court? So that he will be able to make that issue reflect that actually the government recognizes that Nigerian government is defending himself in court. That Biafra took Nigerian government to court. And that case, like I told you, is coming up on 10th. About 2 days from now. We are inviting all of you to come to Owerri Federal High Court, and here where Nigerian case is being discussed, Biafran case is being discussed. So Nigerian government is, like my boss already said, they give the dog a bad name in order to crucify it. Why did you allow the bad word to come out when the good word is inside you? Why have you not projected the good part of Biafra? The good part, the legal aspect. You are saying do it the right way. Some people are doing it the right way. You are busy popularizing those that are doing it the wrong way, projecting them as if to say they are the only people discussing Biafra. Have the federal government ever mentioned that they recognize that Biafran case is in court at the Federal High Court or where? Have they ever mentioned for a day? But the same people are being represented in that court every day that we are in court by the council representing the Attorney General of the Federation and the federal government of Nigeria. Is it not being secretive? Why are they hiding this issue? So what I'm saying is that Biafra has a case in court with Nigeria, and we want the media to project it. We want the federal government to recognize that they are in court with Biafra, so that those people on the street, we understand that there are people in court representing them, and people will leave the street. And you will now discover that the day we will be in court, people will now come to hear what is being discussed about them, and not to go to the street.
I just want you to give us 1, 2, or 3 of the items these courts is seeking.
One of the things, like my boss said, the chairman said here, one of the things we are seeking is that let the court give us a declaratory statement whether the name Biafra is illegal, whether we don't have the right to be called Biafrans, because we have documentary evidence which has been sourced by our legal team that says that Biafra had been in existence even before Nigeria was created. Therefore, it is a name that had been in existence before Nigeria. Why should the people be afraid whenever the name Biafra is mentioned? So we want the court to tell the world whether we don't have the right to be called Biafrans. 1. 2, going by international conventions and protocols, do we not have right to self-determination? Do Biafran people, in recognition of their indigenous identity, do we not have right to decide, to determine how we are going to be by ourselves? How we are going to discuss, relate with our neighbors? How we are going to have ourselves governed? Don't we have that right as an indigenous people? You get the point? This is one of them. And then the other one is whether we do not have the right to go in and execute that right to self-determination. There are so many others, but these are the third ones. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, the meeting has just been concluded, and I believe you have heard it all from the highlights. Just always stay tuned and stay connected to BVI Channel 1 as always to bring you all the news happening in and around the Biafran people, the agitation for self-determination, and the enclave called Nigeria. Thank you for watching. I admonish you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on all our social media platforms, and visit our website www.bvichannel1.com for more news updates. Till I come your way next time, I still remain Asuchinadu Peters reporting for BVI Channel 1, Biafran Land.
Welcome to Forstview Luxury Hotel. At Forstview Luxury Hotel, we offer excellent service. Our rooms have all the necessary facilities to make your stay comfortable and memorable. You will also have access to internet service, breakfast, 24-hour power supply, full air condition, free international calls, free tire pumping service, and free car battery charge. So what are you waiting for? Quickly visit Forstview Luxury Hotel. We are located at number 1 Adeline Mishile off Raji Rasaki Road, First Estate, Amuwo, Odofin Festac, Lagos. For more information or reservation, please call us on 08075787135 or 08099900601. You can also take advantage of our online ongoing promo at www.forceviewhotel.com to make your reservation and payment for your favorite room, which attracts a discount rate. Please note, rooms are reserved based on first come, first serve. Forstview Luxury Hotel. Experience the home of comfort. They come.